What's up, everyone? So on the table we have a pressure washer, 3000 psi, 2.7 gallons per minute. It is complicated for whatever reason. I have some pretty decent idea. There's some hardcore riggery going on here. And let me explain why. The back of this is a Ryobi. Can't tell, but it's light green. That's a Home Depot brand, I think. Yeah, Home Depot. And it says powered by Honda. Now, on the side over here, there's a Honda plate on a Briggs & Stratton engine. A primer Briggs & Stratton engine of all things. And on here it says blank blank gas. So this is something, if you ever see run away, just sketchiness, it's just not going to be a good thing. So I have pretty decent I have a feeling this will work. Don't get me wrong. If I were to see this, I would either have to pay a very good price for it or be working on it and charge a premium to do so, which is what's going to happen today. This is not going to be as simple as a normal carburetor cleaning. So there's going to, like I said, a whole lot of riggery going on. I need a flat or a screwdriver. This Honda plate, that's just something else. I don't know. So just so we can get a gather of the damage, let's take a look at underneath here. So what's supposed to happen is this is supposed to turn on and off. That's supposed to be off. That's supposed to be fast. I mean, that's wiggly. Imagine this running and that just moving back and forth freely. Your pressure is going to be going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. The person that owns this told me that it does create pressure. Let me take a look at something. Okay, well, that's taken care of. Pretty normal. Is this even attached? How is it attached? It will be attached. Oh boy. Let's get you a little closer. So look at this nonsense. This is fairly normal. Like I said, it's kind of loose. This might be needing an adjustment. It's not too horrible though. If you can see, this plate is not in its holder because the kill wire is not where it should be. And this Honda plate is not attached whatsoever. It just is used for the fuel. I'm pretty sure this on and off switch is completely useless. Yes it is. There's no wire. So I think we're going to take off the carburetor. We'll have to how much gas is in here? It's not easy to do this one-handed. About a half. tip the tank up so we don't spill all the gas. Maybe we have to take off the tank and start the de-riggery. Let's go ahead and do that. So, and this is the reason why you don't buy stuff like this. Someone just had their way with this, you can tell. Well, at least they put a brand new filter. Even this looks brand new. Weird. Okay. So no, there it is. That's right. It's up here. That's also the wrong type of bolt for this one. I bet the corresponding one is somewhere in there. So I could definitely see the tank is not on, right? Let's take off these. That one's the right one. There's the missing other one to the side. And that's the right one anyway. 3/8 is in there, so that's good. I suppose I should. Oh no, this switch is wired in. This is so weird. Why did they do that? Okay. Let's take off this. So they had a broken Ryobi with the Honda. And then they had this one. The brilliant idea to fix this one was to take the broken Ryobi and butcher it for parts, even though this is most definitely not a Honda, and have their own on and off switch. Then they didn't know what they were doing and put everything on wrong, like that plate, and knew just enough to get themselves in trouble. Yeah, this isn't even connected. It's just the Honda one. Okay, well, let me get an extension for the carburetor. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is just perplexing. Why was any of this done? Compare. Let me take the fuel off first. Actually, because this is wired into it, let's take this off first. There. It's actually nice to keep. Honda switches, for whatever reason, are very delicious to dogs. Okay, so we're obviously going to get a new fuel line, but that's a done and done. We'll reconnect that. because it's still on there. I just think that this isn't tight enough, and it's just causing it to freely move. Those aren't even on tight. Oh my god. I don't know it's on tight either. Okay, well, let's take a look at what type of nonsense going on in here. So, because it ran, I would assume it's probably okay. Get a semi-clean bowl. I don't want to rip that gasket if I don't have to. There we go. There's some trash in there. 2 gaskets, 1 cork. Old rubber one. So how these work is it pressurizes the bowl. This is brittle like this. No matter how tight you tighten it, it will never actually prime. So when you prime it, let me double check. Which one? Oh, and the primer is right there. That gasket is not good. I don't know if I have one of those. I'll have to double check. Let me take a look for one. Through the power of luck and hoarding, I found it. Right there. So, let's take this one off. I need a knife. Or something to help out. Let's try this screwdriver. And then does it actually have one? Yeah. It doesn't have a blade, of course. But let's see if it still works. Why does everything go for walks? Okay, I'm gonna take. Oh, I know. There we are. You want to get this very clean, especially around the primer area. Don't want anything to cause there to be a leak. Usually the primer's right there, but this one's a little different. Okay. Now, let's just blow through the jet. Okay, I'm going to put this back together, put it back on, and we'll work on the rest of the rig. Okay, decided to bring you back. Garage dog needed to go inside anyway, so. French dog is almost 8 months old now. That's good to go. Let's pull the bowl out. You also want to make sure the rim of the bowl is clean. There we go. This is how flexible a new one should be. So anyway, like I was saying, the primer goes inside the bowl and causes there to be an increase of pressure. That pressure then shoves fuel through the jet, which is actually clean, what is now, into the throat of the carburetor, causing it to be primed. Two things can stop that from happening. One, the gasket we just took off. Right here, if it's leaking, it won't actually pressurize. And two, the bowl gasket. If the bowl gasket isn't good, then the pressure is leak out from the bowl. So, just going to put that on there. Looks like it lines up real good. Put that back on the machine, and then we'll get the fuel line ready. Okay, so I got the carb on. I bent this little tab to kind of give it a little bit more rigidity. Connected the original kill wire. So now the only thing I really have to do is take off this nonsense from the tank. That's on off as well. That could be useful. I don't remember exactly how much I'm supposed to use, but I got this from a kit. I think it was from a Tecumseh, however, but the fuel line's the same. So I'm just going to put that on there. I forgot the fuel lines. One of the items that I like to borrow while stripping blown motors and whatnot is the fuel clamps for this exact reason. There we go. And we'll put another one on there for the other side once we're done with it, because we'll have to cut it most likely. We're going to need that. Man, tiny ones hurt your hands. There we go. But we are jumping ahead. We need to put the recoil back on. So this time we need to line up all the tins. We've got to line up all the tins. It'll just be rattling everywhere. Nothing will necessarily be bad, but it will just sound really bad. Start all these by hand. Put the dipstick back on as well. There's another one down here for the back. There we go. Tins are good. This is good. Original kill is on. Throttle. Throttle's good. Now we can do the tank. Oh, no. What we need to do. Oh, the bolt for the dipstick. There we are. Now we can put the tank on. Now, which one was the right one? There we are. Okay. I see a lot of weird stuff. This is definitely one of the weirdest. It's like basically a Bronda. Half Briggs, half Honda. So now we're going to need to cut right about there. Let's do it a little longer. That's pretty good, actually. Now we put the clip on. Our handy dandy clip pliers. And now this. This could be a real pain. Yeah. Real pain. Apparently this is a little bit different. Let me finesse this. So I had to cut out a little bit off the edge. I think this is a newer style. I mean, it looks brand new. But everything else lines up, so we are going to roll with it. It's a lot better than if I were to make one, that's for sure. Making those tiny gaskets are not easy. Okay. Now, theoretically, you should be able to prime it and see the fuel go in the carburetor throat. And it most definitely does. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to put the cover back on, put this down, clean up a little bit, and we'll test out the motor. Okay. Check the oil, it's fine. Let's just turn on and see what happens first. Starts a whole lot easier. let's go ahead and put a pump or water to it and test out the pump. I'm going to plug it into the hose, plug in the other hose without the fitting in it, and flush it out before I do that. Be right back. Okay, so I flushed it out, but as you can tell, the wand is toast. I took it apart. The little plunger piece for the actual handle is broken. Piece of plastic. Just need to get a new one now. But let's see if the motor runs. There you have it. I think they put that piece on there because that metal piece was pretty nasty. I had to rebend it again. But yeah, there it is. Looks like it's good to go. Give the owner a call, say come and get it. Well, if you like what you see, keep on watching. Definitely subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will catch everyone later. Have a good rest of your night.